Kicking off our countdown at number 10 is Drake and Jennifer Lopez. When rumors started circulating back in 2016 that the two of them were hooking up, people were losing their minds. And by people, I mean me, because I really did think that they would make a hot couple. At first, it just seemed that they were friends with benefits, like that type of situation, but then they allegedly started dating. They posted cuddly selfies together, and JLo even revealed she was making music with him. Once it turned more serious, people started to get skeptical about it, and people were calling it fake. They didn't last very long, and they split right before JLo met her new man, Alex Rodriguez. A source close to Drake told tabloids that they are cool with each other and that Drake still thinks she is a goddess, but during one of JLo's concerts, she referred to Drake as a booty call. So maybe they just weren't on the same page, or maybe it was all for a fun publicity stunt. Who knows? Either way, I was shipping it hard at the time. Up next, number 9 is Nicole Richie and Steve-O. Let's do a little time travel back to 2006 when Nicole was starring on the reality show The Simple Life with her bestie Paris Hilton. Steve-O was spending his time doing a bunch of crazy weird stunts on Jackass. They both seemed a little bit wild during that time, so it didn't seem like a weird pairing when reports said that they were in a relationship. But then Steve-O ruined the whole thing and spilled the beans, admitting that it was all for publicity. He said, "The truth is she wanted some publicity for something other than being skinny. It was a publicity stunt. She would come pick me up. I don't drive. I think she called the paparazzi too." Now, I'm sure they had an agreement at the time to keep like the whole fake part a secret, but Steve-O went and done and ruined that. Cruising to number 8 is Selena Gomez and Zed. Maybe you forgot they even dated, and that might be because it only lasted a few short months, which people said was all a publicity stunt anyways. Back in 2015, the two of them were dating, but rumors started going around that it was not real. They both fueled the fire by talking about the relationship in public and also hinting things on social media. They shared that they worked on a song together called What I Want You to Know, which was a huge hit. But just a few months into their relationship, it ended, and people said it was all too convenient with the timing of their new single, and they thought that they did it to promote the song and also their label. Moving on to number 7 is Shailene Woodley and Theo James. Fans were thrilled to hear that they had started a relationship after seeing them together in the Divergent series. Because they were co-stars, this caught the media's attention immediately, and their teen fans went insane over it. But the tricky thing is, they never confirmed their relationship. They kind of just acted like they were in one. Whether it was flirting on the red carpet or making comments during interviews, you could tell that the idea was being played up for the media if it was in fact not real. Some might argue and say that they were in a real relationship and just trying to keep it low-key, but majority of fans said it was a fun co-star publicity stunt to bring more attention to the series. In the number 10 spot is Katy Perry and Riff Raff. People called their relationship the most awkward and cruel joke prom date ever. It was just a few months after Katy broke up with John Mayer that dating rumors about her and Riff Raff started to emerge. They shocked everyone when they showed up on the red carpet together wearing matching outfits and claiming to be a couple. Matching jean outfits, by the way. I don't think many people got too invested in their relationship because people didn't believe that it was real, or they just didn't want to believe that it was real. Either way, just a few weeks after these epic red carpet pictures, Riff was spotted in a brothel and claiming to be a single man. So maybe it's just like a way for Katy to get some like innocent jealousy revenge on John, you know what I mean? But you know, I feel like she was just trying to make her ex-man jealous. Up next, number 9, we have Michelle Rodriguez and Zac Efron. Back in 2014, people were both shocked and confused when vacation pictures surfaced of them holding hands, kissing, and getting all cozy and stuff. People were quick out to point out the red flags, saying that the whole thing just seemed really fake. She was a decade older than Zac, he was 26 and she was 36, and she was dating model Cara Delevingne just a few months prior to these photos. After the vacation photos, the next headlines were 1 month later when they split up. They were only together for over a month. Apparently they broke up after an argument in Ibiza when Michelle said that Zac was looking for something serious and she wasn't. Swiping the number 8 spot is Jennifer Aniston and Vince Vaughn. People might think that their relationship was fake because they never wanted Jen and Brad Pitt to break up, let's be honest. So no matter who she dated, people might just say like that it was fake because they were just talking smack. Jennifer and Vince were working together on the 2006 comedy movie The Breakup when they allegedly started dating. Paparazzi photos were leaked online showing them being cuddly, but sources say that they were hardly ever together. It almost seemed a little bit just too sketchy that they broke up after the movie came out. Once it was on DVD and the promotion stopped, you know, like they just broke up, so it seemed like weird timing. Did they date for the movie to promote it? Did they break up because the breakup was over? You know what I mean? Just the timing of that was a little sketchy. Sliding into number 7 is Kaley Cuoco and Henry Cavill. I know I'm not the only one who thought this couple was like super random. Around the time that his movie Man of Steel came out in 2013, he had started to date Kaley, who was well into her career from The Big Bang Theory. But people started questioning if it was all for publicity. During an interview, Kaley mentioned that they were getting photographed a lot. She said, "I had no one following me until I met Superman. There had been not one paparazzi photo of me until like 7 months ago." Their highly publicized relationship only lasted weeks, and people pointed out that they both had the same publications firm. Kaley ended up marrying Ryan Sweeting just 3 months after her and Henry split. And at number 6 is Nicki Minaj and DJ Khaled. You might be sitting there saying you didn't even know they dated, let alone got engaged, but that is because the whole proposal was fake. In the end, it turned out to be a publicity stunt that even Nicki was a little surprised about. In 2013, DJ Khaled proposed to Nicki on MTV, and it seemed genuine to everyone watching. Nicki even wore the ring for a while, and she acted totally shocked by the proposal too. But later she came clean and said that she was shocked by the proposal, but at the same time, she never thought that it was real. She knew what Khaled was doing, and it was all a PR stunt to help promote their upcoming song that they were collaborating on, called I Wanna Be With You. How fitting, you get what I say? I wanna be with you. So he proposes and they have this thing. Halfway through this countdown is Kim Kardashian and Kris Humphries. You know something didn't come across as genuine when you have to do an interview on whether your marriage was fake or not. The relationship has been an ongoing debate for years, with fans saying the whole thing was just one big publicity stunt. Kanye West is not Kim's first husband. She was actually married to Kris at one point, and the whole thing was captured on the reality show Keeping Up with the Kardashians. The 6th season of their show made more gross than other seasons because of their relationship drama, and people couldn't help but think it was all planned. They were only married for 72 days, and they both received a ton of money for their televised wedding, so it would make sense. But Kris has always denied that the relationship was fake. We're moving on to number 4, and we have Tana Mongeau and Jake Paul. Unlike our last number, these two have openly admitted to the relationship being fake. When they first started dating, fans were super excited, but then they got engaged just after a month or two of them dating, so people started to question what their intentions were. Their engagement happened on a stage in Vegas and seemed a little bit too staged, but it was nothing compared to their wedding in Vegas, which they made a fortune off of. They planned this entire wedding, filmed the whole process, and charged fans $50 to watch it online. Turns out in the end they were never even dating, apparently they didn't sleep together, and they were all just friends, and they just did it for glow. It really did seem real at moments though, but they were never legally married, so if you're wondering if they got a divorce, they didn't have to. And they quickly started dating other people after that. Alright guys, we're at number 3, and we have Renee Zellweger and Bradley Cooper. The two of them met in 2006 while filming their movie Case 39, but rumors about the relationship didn't happen until 3 years later, just before the film was going to premiere. Coincidence? Some people will say so. People were questioning their intentions because they tried to keep the relationship out of the public eye as much as possible. But they started dating in 2009 and dated for 2 years. So like, I personally feel like you can't fake it for that long. Like, that's way too much time to fake a relationship. But this year in 2020, the two of them reunited at the Oscar Awards, and they looked like they were getting a little friendly. Rumors started spreading the day after, claiming that the two of them had a sleepover after the event, but it was never confirmed. Their movie Case 39 had completely bombed at the box office, so even if it was a PR stunt, it did not work or make a difference on the film's success. So I personally don't think this one was fake. Taking over the number 2 spot is Big Ed and Rose. Rose. One of the hardest things to decipher about the show 90 Day Fiancé is if the relationship is real or if they are just trying to use their partner for citizenship, money, or even fame. It's always a really awkward debate, and on the latest season, people started calling out Ed and Rose for not being truthful. The two of them went viral after some of their funny clips turned into memes and gifs that people use on a daily basis. Some people accused Rose as being fake since her sister messaged and asked Ed for money since their family struggles financially, and others accuse Ed for being fake because he just wanted a young, beautiful girl to marry on TV. They aren't together and didn't make it through the show, but they are both huge on social media. Like, people love following them, even like as individuals. Earning the #1 spot on our list is Harry Styles and Taylor Swift. It could be considered the most debated relationship out there because of the media attention that it got, and maybe that was the point. Every time Taylor starts dating someone, she gets a ton of media attention, and her breakups receive even more, which is part of the reason why people claim that she faked a relationship with Harry Styles, all for a publicity stunt. People thought they fabricated their breakup more than anything because Taylor allegedly just kept doing things to get media attention. Like during her performance of We Are Never Getting Back Together at the Grammy Awards, she apparently faked a British accent during the break in the song to kind of mock him, and she also thanked him when she won the award for her song. Since the song was about their breakup, she apparently owes him this one. It just seemed like maybe they went out of their way for media, if that makes sense. So a lot of people think they faked it. Moving on to #6, we have Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield. They seemed like an adorable couple, so if they were actually faking it, I feel completely betrayed because I fell for this one. Their relationship seemed very genuine based off their adorable paparazzi photos at the time, but people said the timing of the relationship was a little fishy. They started dating when they were starring in the Spider-Man movies together, which definitely helped the movie franchise because people love when co-stars date in real life. But then they split for a while and took a so-called break and got back together right when they both had serious films up for Oscar nominations. So people started saying that everything seemed very convenient with the media timing, but the truth is it could have just been a coincidence and their love was very real. What do you guys think? We're halfway through the list, #5, and we have Blac Chyna and Rob Kardashian. If this one was fake, I don't see the point of it because no good media press came from this. For many years, Rob has always lived in the shadows of his sister, seeing as he is the only boy out of all the siblings. He stayed out of the drama, skipped big red carpet events, and just overall did his own thing. But then he met Blac Chyna, and their relationship immediately became public with one of the most frequent tabloid topics every week. All very bad things, by the way. The whole relationship was very volatile, and then a baby was added to the mix, which caused even more drama and issues. Now, their baby is what makes me think that there's no way they would fake it and carry it out that far, like by bringing a child into the world. It just seems strange because they were always at each other's throats, but then they did their own reality show, so it came across like they were just staying together at that point for the TV show. People flooded social media with comments saying that they were faking their relationship for the TV show as a way to try and extend their fame as much as they could. Taking over the #4 spot is Kendall Jenner and Harry Styles. Despite the fact that she is now one of the biggest models in the world, there was a time when she was just starting out as a serious model. During that time, rumors circulated that she was dating the One Direction singer Harry Styles. People began pondering upon the fact that the relationship conveniently happened just as she started to move from her reality TV show to the runway. They were both huge young stars at the time, making something out of their careers, so it was a quick and easy way for them to make headlines, if it was fake. Some people even went as far as saying Kris Jenner, Kendall's mom, who's also her manager, forced the relationship as a PR stunt. But Kris went on the record saying that she was actually really upset that they didn't work out, but that could be because it wasn't giving her a paycheck no more. Rolling into our 3rd spot is Ryan Seacrest and Julianne Hough. This one was really weird, I gotta admit. Back in 2010, Ryan was receiving a lot of questions about his sexuality, and even Julianne admitted that at first she thought he might be gay. So when reports started saying that they were dating, people were really confused by it. She was 22 years old at the time and told TMZ, "He totally wasn't my type, I thought he was gay. After a few years he was persistent, so I went out with him on a date and I realized how much I liked him." Some people said that they were an adorable couple, while others dragged the relationship, claiming that it was fake and was all a publicity stunt to make her more of a household name, and to also prove Ryan really was a ladies' man. Honestly, that is some serious claims and like huge assumptions, so it's gonna depend what you believe on this situation. I feel like you should not assume someone's sexuality though. In the number 2 spot is Taylor Swift and Tom Hiddleston. Taylor was actually on my part 1 list with a different guy, so it just goes to show that people often doubt her love life and whether or not her relationships are real. Why she gets ridiculed so much for her love life, I don't know, but people thought her and Tom were faking it. But some would say this is a tough call, because when Tom did an interview with GQ after the two of them split up, he really did seem heartbroken and genuine about the whole thing. But there was no doubt their new public relationship brought more attention to his projects. People also called him out for the time that he wore the I Love TS t-shirt, where he tried to give an explanation but no one was really buying it. It seemed like he was doing that for media attention. I mean, why else would you wear that shirt? It's weird. Finally, we made it to number 1 and we have Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens. You guys on the internet will not ruin this one for me, because I am choosing to ignore you people. In my head and heart, these two are still gonna get married someday. So I can understand though why people would consider it convenient for their High School Musical series, but their love did look real from the outside, to some people anyways. The two of them met on the set of their first movie from the franchise and started dating after their characters fell in love with each other in the movie. Obviously, this was a fairy tale ending for fans to see them dating as their characters and in real life. It didn't help their case though that they split just after the series stopped airing. That is when people began making comments that their PR teams probably suggested and kind of had a hand in their whole relationship thing from the start.